I'm Susan Lamb, author of a number of books published by the Western National Parks Association. I'm speaking to you from Brightside Bookshop in historic downtown Flagstaff. Authors like me and publishers like the Western National Parks Association really appreciate independent bookstores like Brightside. They really support what we do. They not only carry our books for visitors and locals alike, but they also make their space available for book signings, discussions, reading groups, and programs. Western National Parks Association and I go way back. One of my first assignments for them was to write their organizational history for their 50th anniversary in 1988. Since then, I've traveled to places I never imagined I would go. One was the Tallgrass National Prairie Preserve in Kansas, where I went to write research, 100 common wildflowers of the tallgrass prairie. Park staff and I put our heads together to figure out which of the hundreds and hundreds of beautiful wildflowers to include. We determined that based on interest, beauty, but also their uses for ceremonies or medicines, like the amazing roundhead lespedeza with its 8-foot taproot that's used as an antidote to poison. I flew from one island to another off the coast of Santa Barbara, California, to research Channel Islands National Park. I scuba dived, kayaked, and hiked these islands. I'd been a student at UC Santa Barbara years before and used to sit on the bluffs and gaze at those islands, wondering what they would be like if I was actually to have the chance to visit them. When I did go there, I discovered a wild California I'd imagined had been lost long ago, but still exists there. I'm now working on my 10th book for the Western National Parks Association. It's about White Sands National Park in New Mexico. White Sands was elevated to the national park status just last year, right before Christmas, on December 20th, 2019. White Sands isn't just about sand, you know. It also has the most amazing expanse of trackways made by enormous animals in the Ice Age. You may be wondering how I got here. Well, I was a ranger with the National Park Service for 7 years, the last 4 of them at Grand Canyon. And standing on the rim of that canyon with a Smokey Bear hat on my head, I was really forced to learn everything I could so that I could answer visitors' questions and present programs that were accurate and interesting. I learned to read a landscape, learned about how to interpret its geology, its climate, its plants and animals, and its human story from the past to the present. I team up with park scientists and interpreters to tell the stories of these remarkable places. I also talk to local people and sit with them. That has introduced me to cultures I never would have encountered otherwise. Some time ago, Western National Parks Association came up with the idea of creating a series of little pocket guides to Native American artisanry in the Southwest. Through those books, I sat with and learned from wonderful artisans who create Navajo rugs, Zuni carvings, American Indian folk art, and Pueblo pottery. Traditional people from several pueblos in New Mexico taught me what I should and shouldn't say about Petroglyph National Monument. It's an amazing place with an estimated 24,000 petroglyphs tapped into the basalt boulders and bluffs right on the edge of Albuquerque. This book about Montezuma Castle National Monument in the Verde Valley of Arizona led to an enduring friendship with a Hopi elder and his family. I've celebrated birthdays and holidays with them, camped in Colorado with them, helped harvest their corn, and gone with him and other elders on a trip to Mexico to look for evidence of their ancient migration from Central America. He offered me insights about Wupaki National Monument, close to Flagstaff. He explained its significance in ways that I could never have understood simply by listening to archaeologists. Next time you visit or plan to visit a national park, I invite you to go online or to the Visitor Center or to a wonderful independent bookstore like Brightside to find books by the Western National Parks Association that will take you deeper into the story of the national park you're visiting. Well, it's opening time. Thanks for listening, and please stay safe.